Hello and welcome to Thought for the Day from St Peter's, Bexhill. Today's story is called The Wise King. And when I was younger, it used to worry me more than somewhat. But now I can see just how wise Solomon was. When David died, his son Solomon became Israel's new king. And what do you think was the very first thing he did? Pass some new law? No. Send his army to fight some new enemy? Not likely. Order himself a fancy new crown? Never. No. The first thing he did was to kneel down before God and pray. Good for you, God said to Solomon. Now, what would you like me to give you? Solomon could have prayed for anything at all. But what do you think he asked for? A long life? No. Victory in battle? Not likely. Riches? Never. No, the only thing he asked for was wisdom. It's going to be hard ruling over all these people, he prayed, and I want to do the best job that I can, so please help me, God. Give me wisdom to make the right choices and do the right things. Well, God was so pleased with Solomon's choice that he promised to give him wisdom and all the other things as well. A long life, victory, and loads of riches. It wasn't long before Solomon's wisdom was put to the test, though, because two women came to see him one day. One of them was holding a baby, and the other one was very upset. "That woman stole my baby," she cried. "Her baby died, and while I was sleeping, she came and took mine." "That's a lie," shouted the woman with the baby, and she held the child even more tightly. Solomon looked at the women. Solomon looked at the baby. And what do you think he did? Give the baby to the first woman? No. Give the baby to the second woman? Not likely. Keep it for himself? Never. No. He called one of his soldiers and told him to raise his sword above the child. "Now, cut the baby in two," Solomon ordered, "and each of the women can have a half." The soldier was shocked. He looked at the king. He looked at the baby. But before he could use his sword, the woman who claimed the child had been stolen cried, "Stop! Let her have the baby. He's mine, but I'd rather see him raised by another than have him cut in two." "Oh no," said the woman holding the baby. "The king's right. Cut the baby in half." It was exactly what Solomon had hoped for. "Now I see who the real mother is," he said. "She would rather give up her child than see it harmed." And he took the baby from one woman and gave it to the other. And what do you think God's people did? They clapped, they cheered, and they thanked God for giving them a king who was both wise and good. Amen.